All right, I'm sure a lot of you are working from home this week, which is awesome. I know a lot of people have always wanted to work from home, think you can get a lot of stuff done while you're working from home. I really enjoy it. I've been working from home for over a year. Kim works from home and has been doing so for about 2 years now. And working from home is great. I know a lot of companies are telling their employees to work remote. A lot of schools are kind of doing online courses. I've got a lot of friends that are doing online courses, and you've got to make the best of what you've got. You got to do what you can, still kind of get all your work done, but you're working in a different environment. I know what a lot of you are thinking. Working from home, you can probably, sit around in your pajamas all day. You can probably, kick your feet up and watch a movie while you get a couple things knocked out. You can work naked if you really want to. Not really what I'm into, but that's beside the point. Probably think that it's gonna be a super easygoing, laid back time while everybody's out of their office, quarantined, social distancing themselves. But I wanna talk about a couple things that I do and that I learned really quickly working from home to kind of help set myself up for success. There are a couple things that I like to do to get myself prepared, to make sure that I'm staying consistent with the way that I work so that I can still kind of get some things done. So let's talk about those real quick. First things first, get up, get out of bed, and get dressed. Don't wear sweatpants. Don't wear, your pajamas that you wore the night before. Don't work in bed. Get up, get out of bed, and get dressed. Here's why I like that. I woke up this morning and put on just a t-shirt and a pair of khakis. No, I'm not Jake from State Farm. I always like to get dressed and feel like I'm in an actual office environment. Now, I'm not saying go put on a suit and tie or go put on a skirt, but get yourself dressed in comfortable clothes that you would want to go out in. Get yourself dressed in just a pair of jeans and a t-shirt. Get yourself dressed in, like me, a pair of khakis and a t-shirt. You know what? If you want to be extra fancy, throw on that polo that you would normally wear to work. But I feel that helps get me in the mindset to help get everything done. Helps put me in a work environment, but you're at home. So get up, get out of bed, get dressed. Do it right now. If you're working from home and you're watching this and you're sitting there wearing sweatpants, I'm gonna need you to go get dressed. Trust me, you're gonna feel a lot better once you start doing that. All right, here we go. Luke, say hi. My hair look good? Okay, cool. You probably already do this at work, so the same thing applies if you're working from home. And I made a video about this if you're interested on how my specific system works. I'll link that somewhere around here. But one of the biggest things that I find helps me is creating a task list for everything that I need to get done during that day. I'm sure a lot of you have certain steps and certain things that you do throughout your day when you're in an office environment. You get in the mornings, you check your email, you have a couple meetings, you have a couple follow-ups. If you're a teacher, maybe you have certain periods throughout the day that you teach specific subjects or specific students, whatever it is. Make a task list. Keep yourself on track. Keep yourself focused on the work you need to get done. The faster you knock out that task list, the faster you can get to other things that you need to do during the day. If you need to run an errand, if you need to take care of something around the house, if you need to knock out an extra piece of work, stick to that task list. It's gonna keep you on track. Here's the next thing. If you find that you're going through your task list and you're struggling to keep things in order, you're trying to figure out the best way to kind of prioritize your day, or maybe you're just stuck in a mental block, not quite sure what to do next, how to do it, so on and so forth. Something I always like to do if I find myself in one of those mental blocks is to go leave the office and find a chore to do somewhere in the house. Go make your bed if you haven't already. Go make sure all the dishes are put away. Go fold your laundry or put a new load of laundry in the wash. Just do something around the house that is very small. I can't remember which specific video it is, but it's the idea of as soon as you get out of bed, make it. As soon as you get up in the morning and get out of bed, make the bed. And that's kind of the first thing you've done. That's the first thing that you've accomplished for that day. Typically, after I've done one or two things, after I've cleaned something up, then I'll come back in here. That usually gives me a fresh perspective and I keep working on everything. As I'm working on things around the house, oftentimes I'll find myself thinking of new tasks that I need to put on my list, or creative ways to get around whatever roadblock I was working in. Don't think the idea of replacing one piece of work for another is still daunting. It can actually help you get past those creative blocks. So I would encourage you to give that a try. Next tip I have, if you're finding yourself in a creative block, or if you're finding yourself getting too distracted with the space that you're in, change the space up. Sometimes I'll bring my laptop, or in this case, my iPad up here and just kind of sit and do some reading or some thinking or working up here. Sometimes I find that if I change my environment that I'm in and kind of remove myself from some normal distractions, I get a little more hyper-focused with everything. If you guys saw my setup video, I plug my laptop into my 2 monitors to kind of get all of my work done. And sometimes I find that that's a lot of screen real estate. And so oftentimes I'll unplug that laptop, come up here, or go somewhere else in the house and just focus on that one computer screen. Eliminating the distraction of throwing up, Twitch or a YouTube video or something in the background really helps me kind of like focus in on what I'm truly working on. So change up your environment. If you've got a dedicated space that you use for work or for an office or whatever, change that space up every now and again. Go maybe sit out on your couch for a little bit. Don't turn on the TV. Make sure you don't wear sweatpants. Go sit out on the couch, get a little work done there. Maybe go to your dining room table, or go to, in my case, go upstairs to a different part of the house that I usually never work in, just to kind of crank some things out. So give that a try. Change your space up, change your environment up every now and again. That could really help you out. So one other thing I want to mention about going to a separate space. Maybe you don't have a separate space you can go to. Somebody else is using the separate space, whatever it may be. Instead of going to a separate space, just eliminate all the distractions that you have around you as much as you can. If you're worried about your phone, maybe leave it in a separate room. That's one big tip I picked up from somebody. Just leave your phone in a separate room. Anything that's not work related, just get it out of the room. Close those windows out. Don't worry about it. Get it off the computer screen. Try to eliminate as much of those distractions as you can. Turn on some music, maybe turn on lo-fi or something like that you can concentrate to, and just hunker down and crank out that work. Eliminate those distractions, get them out of the way. You don't need them. One of the best things you can do, or at least that I find for me, is every once in a while get out of the chair and stretch. Stretch out your hamstrings, stretch out your back, do some neck rolls, whatever you need to do, just kind of get your body moving. You're gonna be sitting in one place for a long time. Body's not gonna be very loose. If you can get some good stretching in, it's gonna make you feel a whole lot better. It's gonna increase your circulation. You'll get to spend a little bit of time with your dogs, and it's all gonna be great. Get out of your chair, go stretch for a little bit. Maybe do some push-ups, some sit-ups, get some things going. Do this periodically. Go make sure you're drinking water so that you're not getting stale or getting sore or getting tense or anything like that. Guys, I do have to eventually get back into the chair to get back working. There's a couple things you can do to stay productive while you're working from home. It's probably a new thing for some of you that are watching this video. Working from home takes a lot of self-control. It takes a lot of planning. It takes a lot of dedication and tunnel visioning your way into getting done what you need to get done for the day. So if you found something useful out of this video, if there's a tip or something else like that that you want to provide, something additional that maybe I didn't cover, maybe something that works for you, leave a comment down below. If this helps you out, maybe give me a thumbs up, give me a like down on the video, or share it with your friends. I know since a lot of people are working from home, this is new territory for everybody, so just want to give my thoughts and everything on how I'm able to work from home. So guys, thank you again for checking out this video. I appreciate you stopping by, and we'll see you all in the next one. Peace!